All right, guys, in this video, we're going to share you the process that we go through, at least a couple of the steps, because I've done a longer video, but how do we select, how do we find, and how do we select Forex robots, algorithms that give us these type of results? And you'll notice that we only have two out of thousands of different robots out there. We only have two for us to trade copy our group members and our friends and family. So let's get right into it. But I just need you to remember one thing. This is not financial advice. We do not accept anyone's money as far as trading for them, but we do offer a trading platform, a trade copy platform, and also trade copy services. So let's get to it. Always remember why we focus on the small accounts. We know that small accounts, anywhere between $100 to $1,000, is not going to get you immediately rich, but it gives you the ABCs to get there. A, again, it makes you aware on how these robots, how they perform in real market, in real live trading, instead of just the ones that show demo accounts and back testing accounts. You've got to put some money in the market so it can handle real live spreads and, of course, the broker's environment. B, it builds your knowledge on how to risk manage and how to money manage. And there's a difference between the two. Last but not least is the C. It puts you in a position where you have a choice. Are you going to build your particular small account into more, or are you just going to go ahead and invest this into your regular high-risk portfolio? So let's get to it, guys. And by the way, this particular blueprint is in our school group, so you can just go to our school group. It's free to get in there and just download this, because I will make reference to it in other videos as well. So either you can have it, or you can make a screenshot of this. It really doesn't make much of a difference. It's free either way to you. MQL5. This is one of the largest repositories, one of the largest offering of programmers and their robots. They call them expert advisors. I call them robots. You can call them algorithms. Whatever the case may be, but you can see that these things are like up to $30,000. I think that's the max. It's up to $30,000 for a particular robot. You don't see very many ratings with this one. This one has a 1 star, and it's $30,000. The money's not that important, but there's over 5,000 active robots on this site. Now, there's other products too. There's probably like 10,000 or 20,000 things that they sell, but in actual robots that you can put into an account that purport to make you money, there's like 5,000. So out of 5,000, how do you go through these things to see what works, what doesn't work, and what you want to test with real money? Here's our process again, and I'm going to shortcut it only because we like to get to the real money as soon as possible. That's why we have OpKey investors. I know that you've already read about the full process if you've seen our other video, but I want to show you how we skip ahead, and we tend to skip ahead because we experiment with small accounts first, because it does me more good to save time by putting a small amount if the programmer, if the developer says that start it with $200 or $100, we'll do it. Or even if the back test gives me permission to do that as well. So we already know that we want to look for live trading history that other people are doing. We want a strategy back tested. We already understand that. If it doesn't pass the strategy test, it goes straight into the rejection bin. And then we say forward test it with the demo. Now, I really don't do this as much unless it's a large amount, like $5,000. I'm not going to test it with a real $5,000 without letting it run on a demo account first, even though a demo account is not as reliable as real money. So I go straight to the forward test live. I go to the forward account as soon as possible. You'll see that I can test that with as little as $50 with some of these particular robots, but I'm not going to spend $30,000 to test it with $50,000. So that's out of the question. But I will forward test it live on small accounts. Again, that's $100 to $1,000 prop firms. In other words, I can go to FTMO and get a $10,000 prop firm account because their data, not necessarily data, but their trading environment really isn't set up for you to win. But it at least shows me how my robots would perform in that particular environment. And of course, I like to check out investor passwords from other people as well. So if someone tells me, for instance, our #1 robot is a private robot, you wouldn't find this robot on MQL5, right? But if you are a private developer, sometimes you will send me a investor password so I can look at your trades minute by minute in real time. All right. So sometimes I'll just skip it. I'll skip the forward test and go straight into the forward test live. Skip the forward test demo and go straight to the forward test live. And these are the results that we're getting. And it's just that simple. Now I'll do another really quick video. I like quick videos. Sorry. On our 5-minute workday, which I call the 5-minute daily checklist of things that we do. But let's look at the results of the two that we have already chosen. That's gone through this process, the ones that we put out there for trade copy. The first one, of course, has to be traded in an offshore broker only because it's not first in, first out. The U.S. broker, it makes it difficult to find robots that work consistently with a USA broker, so therefore I've got to go outside of that. This one, you see what the growth is so far from September 2025 to today, which is March 8th, 2026. This is phenomenal, and we are loving it. Now, what do I look at the most? I have these other nerds that are much more qualified than myself. They look at other things, but my primary concern is the drawdown. So we've seen it go down 15% before it recovered to go straight back up. So drawdown is important to me. Everything else, so-so. And the other one, we have one USA, which is on Oanda. I think that's the way you pronounce it. I've really never heard anyone pronounce it. And you can see what her drawdowns were on this one. This one has a little bit more volatility in it, but it's 25% growth from February of this year. So that's phenomenal. All the way to, again, today is May 8th, 2026. And look at this drawdown. Only 7% drawdown. So far so good with our U.S. broker. So we're giving those two up for trade. You don't want to do it on your own. If you like to trade copy it, I'm sure that we have it priced just where we're covering a lot of our costs. Go out there and make some real money, guys. If you have questions, go ahead and join our school group, or you can contact me through our school group as well. Talk to you later.